Hello gamers. Um, Today I'm going to be teaching you Puppy's AI in UCDR. Um, this is something that nobody has talked about, and many people, especially in the Discord group, have theorized on how his AI seems to work. Um, but I'm going to show you what I think, or tell you what I think his AI is like, just by playtesting and studying how he moves and what he does around you. So some warning signs for Puppy. One of them is a loud wind howling sound, or it could be quiet depending on where Puppy is. But this is a sound that happens when, or it's at random actually. Puppy just plays it either on a timer based or random. I have no idea. This will come directly from Puppy. So if you hear it and you have managed to locate the direction, you want to go away from it. Um, but you don't want to go too far because thing about Puppy is he can teleport, and he will always teleport towards wherever you are facing, as far as I'm sure. Um, a second warning sign is the music cutting. If the music cuts, that means your camera, not your character, your camera's position is near Puppy, and once that happens, you want to 180 from wherever your camera is. So because if your camera is near Puppy, the music will cut, and only if you wait for the music to come back is if your camera is no longer near Puppy. This can actually be very powerful to locate Puppy's position. What you can do is you can zoom out away from your character and walk towards your camera to the direction or the location you want to go to. So if you're walking towards your camera and the music suddenly cuts, you want to turn around and or either loop around Puppy or go the other way. All right, now on to Puppy's behavior. He is interesting, and we'll give you a little warning here. He is very RNG based, random, or if you guys don't know what RNG, random number generator. He is very luck based into how he does his decisions. Um, so one of them is what I would like to call his hunting mode. This mode, he will get as close as he can to you and stop at a certain distance if you are facing him. That is very important. If you are not facing him while he's in this mode, he will try to make contact with you, and once he does, you are dead, and no matter what. Making contact with Puppy at all during his hunting mode is an automatic death. His other mode is what I like to call stalk or passive mode. This mode, you can easily tell when he's entered this mode because he will slow down significantly. He will be extremely slow and approaching you while really slow. Um, in this mode, if you approach Puppy or he gets close enough, he will either do three things. He will, one, fake charge you, which is a charge that doesn't kill you. He's actually just supposed to jump scare you more if you were to prefer it like that. And the second one, which is he will just run away. Which if you get close enough, you will see him quickly dip and move backwards. And the third way, which is really rare, but he will actually speak to you. Now this can only happen, as far as I can tell, in stalk or passive mode. He cannot talk to you when he's in hunting or the other mode, which we will get to. We'll talk about his dialogue later on. This is the best mode to approach Puppy if you want to try to get the dialogue. Just keep that in mind. When he is stalking, he will obviously try to get close, but he can technically still kill you during stalk mode. The reason why is if Puppy were to start fake charging at you, which is a charge that, like, you can easily tell it's a fake charge because Puppy will move significantly faster when he's doing his fake charge. Um, but he can still kill you if he switches to hunting mode while charging because, like I said, Puppy is straight luck based. He can change into his hunting mode while he's in his stock or charging you, and vice versa. So there are moments where if he manages to catch up to you during his fake charge, he can just kill you because he technically just switches to hunting mode the moment he reaches you, which is mostly going to cause a death unless he doesn't reach you in time. But him switching between modes is straight luck based. Um, Now, if he reaches to you in stock mode while he's fake charging and he runs away, he's going to laugh after that. He will do a laugh that's very audible, and that's just to prank you. That charge that he does when he just runs away after reaching you is just a prank. He just does that to scare you. Quick thing for quick thing I forgot to mention is kill charge. This charge happens when you're in front of Puppy during his hunting mode for too long. I believe it's about 5 to 6 seconds if Puppy gets within a certain range of you during hunting mode and you stand there in front of him while he's standing still as well. You have about 5 to 6 seconds to get away before he had enough of you and then just to charge and kill you. So if Puppy is in hunting mode, do not stay near him at all. You can stay near him for about you can stay near him for about 1 to 2 seconds, but that once it reaches the 4 to 5 second, he will kill you at that point. As mentioned before, the only time you should get close to Puppy is when he's in his stock mode, as he's completely pacified during that, unless you get really unlucky. Now on to his last mode. His last mode is what I like to call his ambush mode. This mode, he will go in within a certain distance of you and turn around, making it really hard to actually see him. This is why you need to use the camera trick to locate his position. And once he's in this mode, if you get close, like we're talking about like 2 feet or 3 feet within him, he will do a ding sound and look at you, or he will do a roar and also look at you and then quickly dip. Once this happens, you have about a 4 to 5 second head start before he starts coming for you. You have a very high chance of dying here unless he decides to switch to stock mode while doing this, which he rarely even enters stock mode in this in normal. Like he rarely switches stock to stock at all. He's usually in hunting mode. So at this point, you want to make distance as quick as you can before he starts charging. Once he does start charging, you want to stop and you want to time your run as he's almost about to reach you, so you can have enough stamina to escape. He will eventually stop, and if he does, he will either stay close or he will run away, depending on if he switches to stock mode or not. There is a chance that he can do it again, because you remember if he's charging you, he has a chance. He can switch modes while charging at you. So technically, when he's charging at you, and he if he stops at random, because he either switched to ambush or if he has reached you, he can also just ambush again, which will just cause you to have to run again. This is why it gets very annoying if he does it 3 to 4 times in a row. That's just bad luck. Editor Sickler here again for his ambush. Forgot to mention that Puppy's audio will be deep and then will quickly start to the audio will still quickly start to turn normal once he starts gaining on you. So if the audio is like really deep, that means Puppy is really far away from a player. Not far away from you, just really far from a player, and he's starting to catch up. So the audio will quickly go from low pitch to a normal pitch once he starts catching up. That's a good way to determine to see if he. That's a good way to determine when you should time your run. I'll try to show a video clip of me doing a successful escape of ambush mode. Now, as for puppy talking, people get this wrong a lot, and I might be wrong here too, so take this with a grain of salt. But as far as I can tell from testing, puppy will only talk to you during his stock/passive mode, which is the mode again where he's super slow and he does his fake charge and runs away and shit. When he's in this, once he's in stock or passive mode, you want to approach him. And what I like to do is when he's in this mode, I quickly run towards him and run back to see what he's gonna do. And if he decides to talk to you, your character will freeze. You are not allowed to move, and he will say a line of dialogue depending on what character you are. Example for Gaster, he will say something about Clever using Destiny as a shield and stuff like that. If you're Enforcer, he'll call you a large morsel, and there's different things you can do you can respond in different ways. Some ways have not been discovered yet by the community, but one of them is you can greet Puppy by saying hi, and he will say something. He will say that you're not afraid, and this might not be your first time being here. You're supposed to say something else after that, but as far as I can tell, I don't know. The only ones I've got is if you call him Puppy, he will get little. Yeah, I guess you could say he gets angry and he doesn't like it, but he won't kill you. He'll just say it's really a nickname, and he won't really like it. But he doesn't kill you, so you can still say it. Do know if you want to get out of him trying to talk to you, you could say things like just passing by. You can say I'm lost. You can say help. And you can also say You can also say, I want to kill you. As far as I can tell, I don't know what happens when you say that, so I wouldn't say it because I don't know about it. But if you say just passing by or I'm lost, he will for sure leave you alone. Which also just ends the conversation in general. If you say too many wrong things, he will just outright kill you. So choose your words wisely while engaging a conversation with him. Editor Sickler here again. Me being an idiot, I did not mention the eyes. The eyes, far as I can tell, spawn around you randomly. Or usually it's one eye at a time, I think. There could be two. I could be wrong. I haven't really tested the eyes out. But if you touch them, it's basically a trap. If you touch them, it'll make a sound cue, and you have about 2 seconds before Puppy will spawn on the eye and rush you. Depending on what mode he is, he can kill you or he could spare you. Again, all depending on what mode he's in. Sometimes he might not spawn on it. That's because he already did a run or you already triggered an eye earlier and it's on a cooldown. So sometimes the eye will trigger and Puppy won't spawn by it. That's about everything. Do let me know in the comments if I got some things wrong or you have any other advice. But some fun little trivia. Puppy is a character from Handplate's comic, I believe. So that's cool. Some other things. If Puppy does manage to kill you, you will be sent to the Abyss. This is an area which we could have a completely different video on it. But again, this video is specifically on Puppy. So I'm not going to explain too much about the Abyss, but he will send you to the Abyss if he kills you. Or if you just died in the Void in general. If you die to a player in the Void, you will get sent to the Abyss. Like or I'll send Puppy to your house.